this is kind of the theory of a drum solo. Okay, this is all going to be subject to debate, I'm sure, and various things. The one thing a drum solo is, I think Buddy Rich said this, but I'm not quoting Buddy Rich, and I'm not, it may have been him, it may have been somebody else, said that a drum solo is a song. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end. And modern drumming has really, really done amazing things for drummers. I mean, I watch you kids play solos and stuff on the drums, and it's just incredible. I just look at your dexterity and the things you're able to do in awe. So there's no question you guys play a lot better than I do, but when it comes to solos, what's happened is solos have lost the theory of being a song in many cases, and a lot of guys play somewhat like I've seen JoJo Mayer, who's a great drummer, play a drum solo, and it's not really a drum solo. What it is it's off the hi-hat, and then it's all kinds of fancy beats, and it's all kinds of fancy stuff over here, and then back to the hi-hat, and it becomes like the guy is playing a beat with fill-ins. And a drum solo, you're playing on the drums. That's why it's called a drum solo. Okay, so most of your playing has to be over here, and then you can use the cymbals for accents or do a little cymbal solo for a while. If you want to do a little twirling, that's fine, but do very little twirling and come back on the beat with it. Don't spend all kinds of time doing fake twirls and stuff. It takes away from the solo. It should just be a highlight. And basically, I think you want to keep your solo to 2 to 3 minutes. Otherwise, you tend to get monotonous, boring, and just do stuff that's unrelated. And one guy gave me a comment on a solo I did, which he said you played the same thing too long, and the solo was only 2 or 3 minutes. And he probably was right. I did play the same thing too long. But what happens is if you change too frequently, you just start doing rudiment after rudiment after rudiment to a different rudiment every 3 seconds, it starts to sound very, very choppy. If you take a look, as I said, modern drumming's done a lot for drumming, no doubt about it, but it hasn't changed the theory of music. And music is still music, and drum solos still have to be played on the drums. Try to sound rhythmical and like a song, not like a beat. And if you look at some of the Brazilian drummers I have 2 of them under Cool Drummers, Andino Patera. He's more on the drums and he's more rhythmical. He has a natural Latin feel to it, and it just sounds great. And the stuff he's playing it's in a drumming exhibition, so to a certain extent he's playing an exhibition. But the other Brazilian drummer, Eloy Casagrande, he's 14 years old when he played this stuff, and he's on the drums. He's just on the drums, and then he hits the cymbal, the cowbells and stuff, and the bass drums. But he's basically on the drums. He's a phenomenon, and he's making and he's a modern drummer, so he's making my case. So what I'd like you guys to do is actually take some of the solos that I did, which are crappy, and use your skills to play them better. And I'll be doing some other ones that are different types of stuff, different types of rhythms, and then you can use your modern drumming skills to improve them and actually, make them better than I do, that's for sure. And I'd like to see what you can do. Okay, that's it. Keep it on the drums, hit the cymbals, keep them short, and do the best you can to keep it varied. Thanks a lot.